All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. I am Mario Dakers. Thank you guys for joining me. And we have some bad news slash good news, and I'm going to structure it. So I'm going to give you guys the bad news first, then I'll give you guys the good news, and then I'll elaborate on it just a bit. So, guys, please remember to smash that like button and make sure that you make sure that you subscribe to Military Guna TV and ensure that you join this pretty much good platform where we discuss all things football. And I know we're trying to build a great platform here for football, for Reggae Boys in general. We talk all things Reggae Boys for the latest updates and everyday content, everyday upload on what's going on right now. So make sure that you guys enjoy the video, and as I'm going to go straight into what is happening. So as you guys can see, injury rules out Javon East. That is the bad news out of the Gold Cup squad. And you guys can see that Javon East was a part of the 24-man squad, and now we found out that injury rules out Javon East. Well, the intensity of the training, I assume that something like this might happen, but it goes to show that we are prepared, because at the moment we have Andre Gray on standby, and Andre Gray is now replacing Javon East. So this is literally breaking news. It is close to the time period Andre Gray actually went away to join up with Watford to start off his preseason, but he's now pulled back into the meat of things to play in the Gold Cup. Now, let me elaborate a bit on that. Remember that we said that we wanted to see the best team on the pitch. We want to see the best team. Now, before, you know what? I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place, people. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read the article. This article came out by Nationwide News Network. Nationwide Radio. I know most of you guys are quite familiar with it. Let me read it. It was posted by Alric Swaby on July the 7th, which is today. Now, the striker Javon East, who plays for Costa Rica side Santos, will not take part in the Reggae Boys Gold Cup campaign due to an injury. East was a part of Jamaica's 23-man squad selected for the tournament, which is set to end on August 1st. The Jamaicans are joining Group C alongside Costa Rica, Suriname, Guadeloupe. The Reggae Boys' first match will be against Suriname on July 12th. President of the Jamaica Football Federation says that despite injury to East, the players are all in high spirit. That was stated from the president. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to play the voice note from the president himself so that you guys can hear what he said. Here's it, people.
So our second game will in fact be against Guadeloupe, and that will be on the 16th. But the vibe is good. We are all hopeful that we'll translate that on the field. News coming out of the camp is that Javon East has sustained an injury, and unfortunately will be replaced by Andre Gray, I've been advised. So we're doing well, and like I've said, the news coming out of the camp is that all is well, everything is going smoothly, and the coach is very excited at the prospects.
Okay, so that is the voice of Mr. Ricketts himself, Mr. America Ricketts, the president of the Jamaica Football Federation. So, people, what do you think about that? Now, my first thought is this. If we could have replaced Andre Gray with Javon East on such short notice, why is it that Andre Gray was not in the squad initially? Remember that we heard information that Andre Gray had passport and visa, passport issues. Was that solved in what time? What time period was that passport issue solved so that we can draw for Andre Gray? What is the situation now that Andre Gray can fall into the team? And it's the case in which we had Andre Gray sideline for Javon East. These are questions that I do need. I do believe that needs answer. No, I'm not trying to stir up anything bad here, people. I'm just talking the facts. I'm talking the facts, because is this a selection from the coach himself that he wants to use Andre Gray instead of he wants to use Javon East instead of Andre Gray? Could this be a case in which it's the same thing for Jamalo? Could that be a case? It's the same thing for Jamalo. I know they spoke about the quota, But remember now, if it's a case in which it's a local born player, Javon is who's now pulled out of the squad, why not replace him with another local born player? If you're trying to fulfill the quota. It is said, as he said, the vibes in the camp is really, really good. I'm so happy that Nationwide Radio reported this because it gives us some insight on what's happening. Lovely insight, and Mr. Ricketts himself came out and speak about the situation. But I'm really, really baffled. I'm being honest. I am baffled about the entirety of the situation. When this news broke out, I was so surprised. Now, why is it that Javon Andre Gray was sidelined? His last 3 performances for the Reggae Boyz against the United States, against Serbia, and also against Japan, you definitely can see what he had, the type of player that he is, and the quality that he possesses. Is this another issue of us sidelining other players and using issues, so-called issues relating to the player that things are not going through? These are questions we need answers for. I'm a fan. We need answers for these questions because I am now really extremely baffled about the situation. I mean, guys, put it in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about the situation? Because I am baffled. I don't know. Is it that they're saying that Javon is actually a better striker than Andre Gray? Are they telling us that? Is that what they're telling us? Are they telling us that this team is being picked based off a friend basis? I am not stirring any hot water, but I fail to understand their mindset of how they are running this thing in particular. Mr. Wade came out and said that I don't want to bring across too much negativity. I do not want to bring across too much negativity, but it is right in front of our eyes, people, and we cannot pretend that we're not seeing it. It is impossible for us to pretend that we're not seeing it, and it's impossible for us to pretend and hush. These guys are big men. We're not talking about babies. We're not talking about youth players who are trying to develop themselves. We're talking about seasoned professional. If we sit around here and consistently think about players' feelings and the federation feelings, how would the football progress? Some of the biggest nation in football, they come under the most scrutiny. The biggest nations in football, they come under the most scrutiny because they have to get it right. And if they don't get it right, they are held accountable. Accountability is what drives success. And if we don't adapt to the idea of being punctual and being accountable for our actions, we will continue to fail. But I am happy. I am really, really happy that Javon is in that Andre Gray is in the squad. It is sad news that Javon is injured because I do know that this platform, this Gold Cup campaign, is something that he wants to get his foot on the ground and prove a point. But it's just a major, major conflict of interest going on right now. Why is it that Javon could not be in the squad from initial play? Andre Gray, I should have said, sorry, my bad. Why Andre Gray couldn't be in the squad from initial play? I'm just baffled. I'm really, really baffled, people. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what the mind frame is. I don't know what the thinking is going on. I am really, really baffled what is happening. We saw what Andre Gray did over the last games building up. We got excited about what he has to what he's been producing over that time period. We saw the talent. We saw what he works with. We saw what he offers to the team. Then all of a sudden, he was dropped because of document issues. Then now, a player picks up an injury and he's back in the squad. Where's that document issue? Is that document issue still persistent? Or that was solved during like the team, the selected team is now like a weekend or something like that? The documents were sorted out during that time period? Is there other players being left out using documentation as excuse? Jordan Cousins, Kevin Stewart, Jamal Lowe. We don't have a defensive midfield. We don't have a natural defensive midfielder. Is it a case that we're using documentation as a guide to say that these players won't be available because of that? Remember, no, we want the best team out there. We also want the same. We also want continuity in the team in regards to the team that is playing in this Gold Cup campaign should be looking towards the World Cup campaign as well. We don't want it to be a case in which coming this World Cup campaign, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players, fresh faces coming to the squad, trying to integrate again. We don't want that. We're trying to avoid that. The Gold Cup campaign should have been the platform for us to get the gelling and the cohesiveness of the team. All of this is just baffling to me. I'm saddened to find out that Javon is out of the team, but also it's good news that Andre Gray is back. So it is bittersweet, people. It is bittersweet. It is really, really bittersweet. So people, put it in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts about the situation. And big up, massive respect to everyone who tuned in. All the new subscribers and all those persons who have been consistently tuned into my program. I really do appreciate, guys. And Nationwide Radio, thank you for the update. I really do respect that. And Mr. Ricketts said himself, you guys heard it from Mr. Ricketts. This is Military Guna TV. Big up, and I am out.